Hello everybody and welcome. This is Adrian and today I want to talk about the 5 most overlooked starting nations in Imperator Rome. By overlooked starting nations, what I mean are the nations in Imperator Rome that in my opinion have really interesting starting positions and circumstances, but might not be played all that often due to their size, geographical location, or obscurity in history. I encourage you guys to play some of these countries as I think they have the potential to offer some of the most unique gameplay experiences and campaigns in Imperator Rome. Let's get started. At number 5 on our list, we have the nation of Atropatene. Ruled by the famous 64-year-old Atropatus, who served under Darius III and later under Alexander the Great as a satrap, Atropatene is an independent regional power right smack dab in the middle of the Seleucid Empire, the Kingdom of Armenia, and Caucasian Albania. Historically, after the death of Alexander, Atropatene refused to submit to any of the Diadochi and declared and maintained its independence, despite tensions with the Seleucids. With 406 pops, 66 cities, and an Armenian Zoroastrian ruler, Atropatene has the potential to reform the Achaemenid Empire, supplant the Seleucids in the east, or move in a new direction and forge a path that defies history. At number 4, we have the Kingdom of Epirus. Some of you guys might consider this to be a strange choice, but in my opinion, Epirus is absolutely one of the most overlooked Greek nations in Imperator Rome. Everyone talks about Macedon, Egypt, Phrygia, and the Seleucids, but Epirus during this time was a rising star in the Greek world. Ruled by the famous Pyrrhus of Epirus, the Kingdom of Epirus is in an extremely unique starting position to push into either Greece, Italy, or Illyria. Historically, Epirus would come to rule Syracuse, Macedon, and much of southern Italy, and I think of all the larger Greek nations in Imperator Rome, Epirus offers one of the most unique and interesting starts. At number 3, we have the Greek monarchy of Cyrenaica. Cyrenaica is particularly interesting in that historically during this period, Cyrenaica was actually a satrapy of Egypt. In Imperator Rome, it's independent. Historically regarded as a center of Greek science, technology, art, and innovation, the homogeneous and wealthy Cyrenaica, while small compared to the neighboring powers of Egypt or Carthage, has the potential to establish for itself a colonial empire in the Mediterranean far away from the internecine wars of the successors. With a choice of supplanting Egypt, expanding into Africa, or making forays into Italy, the Aegean Islands, or Greece itself, Cyrenaica absolutely offers one of the most unique starts in Imperator Rome. At number 2, we have a fairly obscure nation in the far north of Italy, Risha, a settled tribe with a Ratian Druidic ruler. While only possessing 9 cities and 103 pops, Risha is extremely unique in that 1, its ruler is of the Druidic religion, whereas all of the pops in Risha are Hellenic, and 2, its primary culture of Ratian is in the Italic culture group, and not in the Gaelic culture group like its neighbors. Surrounded by Druidic Gaelic tribes and separated from other Italic lands, Risha is in a very precarious and unique starting position and is arguably one of the most unique tribes in Imperator Rome. And finally, the number 1 most overlooked starting nation in Imperator Rome is Mesilla. This small Greek plutocratic republic sits at the southern tip of Gaul, where modern-day Marseille is today in France, and has just 4 cities and 44 pops. Surrounded on all sides by Gaelic tribes and far from any large Greek powers, Mesilla is in a fight for its life. However, I think Mesilla offers an extremely unique challenge because of its starting position, but also has a unique amount of opportunities available to it. You could expand further into Gaul, stick to the Mediterranean coast, or even try and colonize your way into Italy, Iberia, or Africa. The world is yours as Mesilla, being one of the most Western Greek powers in the game, but also not too small in that you aren't able to accomplish anything. And that's why I think Mesilla is the most overlooked starting nation in Imperator Rome. Well, that's all for me, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know down below what you think of this list. Do you agree with me or disagree, and why? What are the nations that you think are the most overlooked in Imperator Rome? Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Consider supporting the channel on Patreon, and I'll see you guys in the next video.